Hello. So I'm actually going to jump right into where I was before. Trying to turn my body. This is. I discovered a problem in the way that I was accessing Corpora, and the problem was that some of these lists are organized differently, and I want to combine these lists together. So I have to address that organization in the way that I combine them. And I was kind of stuck on that for a little bit, so I paused the recording for a little while. I did some research, and I figured out a better way to do this. This isn't a super advanced technique, but it's new to me, and it turns out it works really cleanly, I think. So let's try it out. I actually just left everything running so you can kind of see where I am and I can jump right into it. So the problem was that I was trying to combine different place names, and these are organized differently. So for example, the two that I was looking at were, where is it? So US cities, and this is a list of objects where there's a named value within each of these objects. So this is an object right here. So for New York, there's actually three things that this list knows about New York, which is that it has the name, it has the state, and it has a population. And let me make that a tiny bit bigger if I can. Apparently I can't. Okay, there it goes. But so this is a list of objects or a list of dictionary items. And there it goes. I don't know why the lag is happening. Whoa, I don't know. Okay, I think it's done. Okay, so that's a problem because when I wanted to look at the list of English towns and cities, those are organized differently, so it's just the list of their names. All I wanted the names, but so this one's actually easier in the sense that it's already a flat list of these names once I get into the towns list within this JSON file here, but I need to find a way to flatten these lists together. So I was looking at this code and I was kind of thinking, well, I could just, where am I? So I can make it like as I'm working through the list, I could sort of decide what kind of list it is to figure out which item to actually run the syllable check on. But I think this is actually super cumbersome. So I'm going to get rid of a lot of this here. I just need that one check. I'm just going to check for the place. So in this case now I'm going to expect that value that comes through in place right here that I pass to the pronouncing check is going to be just each item in big places list. So everything is going to be the name of a place, like a city or a town. So I need to construct that big places list with that in mind, and I have to be smarter about it than what I'm doing here with the big places just sticking it in. I need to combine these differently. So there is a concept that I knew about but I'd never really done much with called list comprehension, where you can actually have a list represent itself in a way that you want to see it. So you can have it kind of sliced only according to the things that you're interested in. Instead of iterating through each item in it and then printing those out or copying that to a new list, you can have this list just share itself a certain way. I'll show you what that looks like down here. So this is the PyCorpora geography list. I actually already did this once, so I'll do it down here. But this is what it looks like if you just pull it raw from PyCorpora. You've got city, the city, the state, and the population all here. So list comprehension lets you do it like this. You add an extra set of brackets around it, and you kind of do, I'm going to kind of build this backwards so you can see what I'm doing here. You need to do kind of like a for loop where you name the iterated, like the step-by-step part of it. So we'll call it just place, because this is a local variable, so it doesn't matter. Nothing's going to work yet because I'm not done yet. Place is what I'm kind of iterating through that list of objects with, and the only part I want from that is the city, the part of it that's named city. So if I come back here and I name this city, this should just give me the value for city for each place in pycorpora.geography.us cities. That should be what happens. Let's see. And it is. Well, you can kind of see I already did that once up here. But this is what I wanted. So this is much cleaner. So this list comprehension, I can actually use this in the way that I'm constructing my list lookup here. I have a lot of extra cells to clean up. But I can actually use that whole list comprehension in place here, I'm pretty sure, as it's constructing this place lists list to be put into the big places list. This is a lot here. I know this is a lot, but this is why I'm doing it step by step. So hopefully you kind of see where each piece of this goes together. I could also do list comprehension, here too, but this is fine. So it took the syntax, okay, let's see how it does with the cities. So it has a problem. String indices, oh yeah, because I didn't change anything else down here. So where was I? Yeah, I'm gonna rename this get places so I can keep track of it because I have too many things called get something, and so go ahead and change that. And then I don't need to append that. I need places. Got some extra space here I can get rid of. Okay, let's see if that works. Oh, it did. Okay. Excellent. So that's it's getting there. It did not add that many new places, but it did add some. You can check, by the way, I could do this. You can check the length of the item that's returned. That's one way to see if it's actually getting any longer. So let's do it like this. Can I just do it like this? Yeah, okay, that's a quick way to do it. So I just passed the function into the length checker. So that's at 76 now. If I took off the English town names with the comments, okay, so that only gives me that. So in other words, the towns, that long list of English towns only had one item in it that fit my stress pattern that I need. So that's okay, because now we've got a pretty good method for adding new place names. So let's see what else we can add. Japanese prefectures, sure. I hope these are in Romaji. Okay, so this is, yeah, okay, so this will kind of work. So we've got a nested, I don't know, that'll be trickier because I have objects and I need every item from that. So I'd have to do kind of 2 layers of list comprehension. Let's just skip that for now. Norwegian cities. So this one looks like it's organized pretty similarly to the US cities, so that should be easy to add. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll kind of construct this list comprehension in place as I go, first of all. Norwegian cities. Is that what that object is called? Yep. And so I'm going to do a comprehension with this as well. So put in my extra set of square brackets around that, and then I'll do place city, place in, like that. Okay, that looks right. So let's see. Did I miss something? Syntax error, where did I get that? English towns and cities had a syntax error? Am I missing? I'm usually missing parentheses. Let's see if I missed something. So tell me the problem is on this line, so, oh yeah, forgot the comma. Okay, so it did not add any places at all. We're still at 76 for the places, so all right. In a worst case scenario, I suppose we could also make this, a little bit, be a bit more flexible in terms of our scheme, our stress pattern. This is a list of rivers, so maybe there's something here. So let's try rivers. We'll have to do another comprehension with a slightly different formula. So, but we'll go ahead and do the same thing. PyCorpora.geography.rivers, and it was within here called rivers. And I need to do a comprehension on this one as well. So it's going to be place, right? Yeah, because these are the value for each of these is name every time it runs there. So just to be kind of a bit more clear as I'm doing it, I'll just call this river. Okay, see if any of these make our list longer. Hey, 85. So we added another, 9 items. Great. Right. Well, we're still going here. We got some. Let's do one more kind of thing and see if that helps us out at all. State capitals are probably already included in the cities list. English towns we already have. Countries, we could do countries. Yeah, okay, might as well. This was a flat list, so we don't have to do the comprehension on it. We can just get the list of countries from the countries here. And let's see if it helps. Got spelled correctly. All right, there's my timer, but let's see how this does for now. Okay, we're up to 110. All right, so I mean, we're getting somewhere. And the next thing is going to be to check to see if any rhyming actually happens. Let's do that, and then we'll call it quits on this video after I do one more check. So just to kind of remind you, we already made our foods as list pretty long. I think one way to get it a bit better would be to make it a little bit more flexible. But we've got 94 different foods. We've got 110 cities. We've got 94 times 110 chances to see if any of these things rhyme. And we'll find out if they do by running this function here called get pairs that I made a couple videos ago. Let's see if we get anything. And we don't. Okay, well, we'll keep going. I'm going to, I guess, do a little bit of brainstorming and then come back with another video once I've got something that actually produces some rhyming. Thanks for watching this one.